Hello, this is Johnny Sporadic of Darkworkz Studioz here. I am recording, sadly, not from the hub or the epicenter of the Darkworkz empire. I'm currently sat in my bedroom, occasionally wandering into the hallway, just in my underpants. I think I'm just going to give you a brief moment for you to sort of let that image seep into your mind so it never leaves. Yeah, you got that? Right, good. So, what am I doing? Essentially, what I'm doing is I've taken it upon myself to record a series of mini podcasts. Why I hear you all scream. Essentially, it's just a way for me to convey my opinions upon you. And if that doesn't work, all it does is, well, it just allows you to dislike me even further, which I'm sure the latter is far more relevant to you. So, what are we talking on my first ever podcast? What are we talking about? Something that's been clogging up my newsfeed on my social media is people trying to get me to sign a petition against this Dapper Laughs chap. Now, until about an hour ago, I had absolutely no idea who this Dapper Laughs man was. So, before formulating an opinion, I thought I should do some research. I hope you all do the same. Not just on Dapper Laughs, just sort of anyone or anything. So, I watched an episode of this Dapper Laughs, and I mean, essentially all I found was this kind of geezer, in quotation marks, going around meeting socially awkward people, ridding them of their personality, offering them the hope of some sort of fanny for it. Which, I suppose, if you boil down human existence to its rawest and simplest element, which is procreation, then we can sort of see Dapper Laughs as some sort of saviour of human existence, which I'm sure when he was pitching the idea to ITV, that was his angle that he went for. So let's move on from that. All I found really was a bloke sort of talking in tired cliches, really. I mean, I can see why so many people find it offensive, because the jokes are all based around sexism and misogyny. Now, misogyny is a very interesting word to me. I actually, believe it or not, consider myself to be quite the misogynist a while back. But the only reason for me sort of becoming this word was a defence mechanism against me getting my heart broken by some horrible cow. So, you know, if we do delve a little bit deeper into Dapper Laughs' private life, you know, this TV show could actually just be a defence mechanism for him having a broken heart. Which, I applaud the man, if this is true, that he's gone to this much effort just to hide the fact that he's like any other human being with a broken heart. So, on that basis, well done, Dapper Laughs. And another point, I don't know if I'm giving the man too much credit here, but the man could actually be some sort of expert or genius within the realms of postmodernism, where he's sort of socially commentating and taking these, well, as I say before, these tired, stereotypical cliche jokes surrounding women's tits and men masturbating, and sort of reference them in the sense that he's putting the onus back on the viewer, thus being on the side of the people petitioning against it, and thus inadvertently becoming some sort of bastion of feminism. So there's there's another angle that we could go at, I suppose. I don't know if I'm giving him too much credit, or the fact that I'm just coming out with a load of university spill. So, all in all, what have I found out and what opinion have I been able to formulate on Dapper Laughs? If I'm honest, I struggle to actually formulate an opinion. I don't know if it's because I am from Brentwood, and it's sort of... coming from Brentwood, you're confronted with these types of people on a sort of weekly basis. I mean, you sort of see these countless people in Slug and Lettuce or Sugar Hut talking in this manner in the hope of getting someone into bed, and it, you know, from all accounts, it generally works. And I'm not criticising. I'm probably speaking more from jealousy, if anything. So I don't know if it's just more of a question of context, really. I mean, the episode that I watched, he took some bloke from Coventry back down to London to meet women. Now, again, I don't know if I'm looking too much into this, but maybe Dapper Laughs feels like he is irrelevant outside anywhere of London or the home county, so he has to bring everyone his way. So he's actually sort of, I wouldn't say understood, but sort of realised within his own capacity. So, all in all, the only opinion that I could have formulated really is, like, we must have better things to do with our time than petitioning against some bloke and his TV show on ITV2. I mean, I find The Only Way is Essex a lot more damaging to the people of Essex than Dapper Laughs. I mean, you've seen the calibre of women and their intelligence on that. I mean, I don't know if they're paying up to camera or not, but surely that's more damaging to the feminist movement than Dapper Laughs making a couple of jokes about tits. So, I mean, I just... basically, what I've done here is say, well, can we not find something better to do with our time? The one thing I would say is he used the word moist a lot, which, I mean, I just don't like that word anyway. I mean, that sort of just conjures up sort of like damp mildew sort of collecting on a windowsill over the winter, and if you leave it too long, it sort of becomes all mouldy and horrible. So, essentially, all I've got to thank Dapper Laughs for is the image of mouldy Fanny, which, I mean, I'm sure no one really wants that, really, unless you're sort of a Stanley Kubrick and you're trying to recreate some image from The Shining. I mean, so thanks a lot, Dapper Laughs, for giving us the thought of mouldy Fanny. So there we go. There is my opinion on Dapper Laughs' TV show, Mouldy Fanny. I've been Johnny Sporadic. Thank you for listening. And I shall see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Love you.